What up YouTube? We are training back today. So what I'm gonna do with you guys is something that you can also do at home. I'm gonna see my back, I'm gonna have Mark edit my back right here, and we're gonna see what I'm missing and what I need to really focus on for this growth season. And we're gonna utilize the best exercises in order to grow my back. So what my back is missing is the thickness, a lot of thickness. So it's the muscle around the spine. So we're talking about the erectors and we're talking about the traps, the rhomboids and everything. So my erectors are really bad, especially I have a scar now on my erector, so it looks even worse. So we're gonna have to make sure that they're really nice and thick. So I'm gonna utilize the best exercise to make that happen. I do believe the best exercise for erectors are hyperextensions, that's what we're gonna do, and some kind of deadlift, RDL, rack pull. What I'm gonna do today is I'm gonna do crazy move. We're gonna do a superset with hyperextensions and rack pulls. So I'm gonna utilize the best exercise, put them together, and make sure that I'm doing everything in my possibility to have a thicker back. So we're gonna start with that. Let's get it. All right. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna do some rack pulls. I did legs 2 days ago, so there's no way in hell I'm doing deadlifts. What I really want is I wanna make sure that the bar is lower than my knees so I can get a good amount of contraction onto my lower back. If I'm doing this right, it's the second time that I'm actually starting a workout with my lower back. Usually, I wouldn't advise you to start with your lower back as it's gonna be so pumped that it can hinder the rest of your back day. But I'm so focused, I'm so locked in that I'm gonna find a way to maximize my lower back and still have a great workout. My erectors suck, and if I want them to be pro level, I gotta do the hardest thing in order to get that back. So we'll see how it actually works. And I'll tell you at the end of the workout if you should try or just never do that. Gonna make sure to warm up properly because if my lower back is in pain, the whole workout is gone. So warming up is gonna be properly done with a lot of reps, a lot of blood in the muscle. I feel that my setup is gonna be really interesting. It's gonna be a very interesting back day. So this is something that you can also do, especially if you're a competitor. Look at your back and utilize, actually see and talk with your coach. What muscle am I missing? And what can we utilize in order to really grow my back in order to be competitive? There's also gonna be exercise that works better for you or for others. So you have to try and you'll know. If an exercise feels good, do it. If it doesn't feel good, but people say it's the best, don't do it. The goal is really to feel a proper exercise. It's not about what's the best, it's what's the best for you. For me, hyperextensions, amazing. If I do rack pulls without hyperextensions, I don't even feel my rack pulls. 2 of them together, beautiful combo. I feel like we're ready to kill it. So I'm gonna do 1 set higher weight just so I can test the waters. Especially in growth season, I like to test my strength just a little bit. And we're doing 3 sets total. So 1 higher set and 2 sets with a little bit more reps. When I'm training my erectors, I like doing a little bit more reps in order to get the pump that I'm looking for. Because if it's too heavy, it feels like I can snap something up. So not too heavy, just a sweet spot so I can get a nice pump and feel like I'm actually working. Lower back is fucked right now. I feel like it was maybe a little bit too light, that I was gassing out at the end, but the contraction is very good. I feel like rack pulls, if I go a little bit too heavy, I just don't feel the muscle at all. If it's too light, contraction is great, but it goes forever. I gotta find that sweet spot so it doesn't get too heavy that I'm using my glutes. So a little bit more weight. So I feel like this weight on the second set would be good. I should have gone to 3 plates, but it felt great. That was better. Nothing beats a lower back pump. Now my mind is just telling me, how the hell are we gonna do the rest of the workout? But there is no answer. Just focus on now, and you'll find the answer at the right time. You know when the pump is so good that you gotta bend your knees? Gotta bend the knees. Whew. So that's it for that. Right now my lower back feels like there's 2 tubes in my back just holding me. So what I'm gonna try to do is every other exercise, trying to really get my erectors flexed and try to get a little bit more erectors on other exercises. Now I'm gonna catch my breath and we're gonna do the upper back. All right, so now we're on to the upper back. Like I said, my back's missing the thickness. We worked on the erectors, the lower part. Now we're working on the upper part. The chest supported machine is probably one of the best machines out there for the upper back. You could utilize a barbell row with the right angle. You could utilize a lot of different exercises, whatever works best for you and whatever your gym has. We're gonna do this machine. I have a love-hate relationship with this machine. Sometimes I love it, sometimes I hate it, because I don't feel nothing and it goes in my bicep. It's probably my problem, my form probably sucks. But with my lower back being so destroyed, we have no choice but to do a chest supported, because if I would do a barbell row, I would feel destroyed. So we're gonna utilize this and see what we can do, all right? But we won't go really heavy. We're just gonna make sure the weight is just perfect, because my goal is trying to get my scapula to retract. I'll show you something. I have a lot of clients that sometimes show me their physique and they have no backs. And they're training back like everyone, but what they're doing wrong is it's the movement. They're doing too much arms and no scapula motion. Let me show you. This is doing just arms. This is doing scapula. It's this motion that we care about. This, nothing. But I see a lot of people doing this. Bah, bah. And it looks like you're doing back, but you're not. So most of the times, it's not your back that sucks. You're just not good at training it. So please remember that. Feeling pretty strong today, but I'm not gonna let that in my head. I'm not gonna go too heavy. The lower back is so pumped that even a chest supported feels not really supported. So I'm taking a little bit more break than I expect. So I'm still thinking, was it smart to start with hyperextension? Probably not. Now we're gonna work on my overall back. We're gonna use this beautiful machine. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put the seat a little bit higher, which will work more onto my mid back. So we did the erectors, we did the upper back. Now we're really gonna be focusing on the overall back. This machine is just beautiful because chest supported, so it doesn't put too much pressure on my lower back, and it's so smooth that I can really isolate my back and really contract my back without feeling my biceps at all. So we're gonna do 3 good sets on this machine, and we're gonna try to see where it feels best in terms of weight. Whew. Sure, one day that plate's gonna fall off during set. I feel like this machine, if you don't have this machine at your gym, sucks to be you, because this machine is really, really nice. I feel it's probably one of the only machine that I just actually feel like my whole back's working. Right now I'm making sure my traps, my mid back, shoulders are down so I can really flex my lower traps and get my erectors to lock it in. And there's like this crunching effect every rep. That's what we're looking for. So we did the lower back, upper back, mid back. Now we're gonna do the lats. We're gonna make sure I'm as wide as I can be. So I have one exercise that I personally love, and it's the one arm cable row. What I like about this exercise, it allows me to isolate my lat to a whole other level, and I never feel my bicep. The mindset, the cues that I have mentally in order to get that contraction is think of putting your hand in your pocket. All right, you're trying to aim low. All right, you're not going here, which is for the mid back, we'll do that later. We're trying to go low. And when I say low, I mean shoulder low. Once you put your shoulder down like this, you're gonna flex your lat. So if you have no lat on your back, you're probably doing like this and you don't even know it. So film yourself and you'll know. So we're gonna take the cable and we're gonna put shoulder down, lat is flexed. We're gonna go put the elbow really low, hands in the pocket. Just by doing that, massive contraction onto my lat. So that's what we're gonna do, 3 sets of that. Let's get it. On paper, actually by feeling, this is my #1 favorite exercise. The contraction that I get is just beautiful. I can see my lats. Yeah, I feel like I drank a Red Bull before doing this set. I just feel like I could fly. If you do this properly, you should feel your lats. If you don't, just film yourself, you're doing it wrong. So usually in my growth season, I used to overtrain all the time. My mindset was like, try to get the most out of every workout and try to at least get the muscle twice a week. And I've noticed over the years that my recovery is not as good as it used to be. And for the first time ever, what my mind has always told me, but I've never tried, is to try over-recovering instead of overtraining, which means I'm gonna have one workout per muscle group. I'm gonna destroy that muscle, but I'm gonna let it recover for a full week, just to make sure that my muscle and my body is ready for more, instead of just doing the muscle group again while feeling that you're not fully recovered, if that makes sense. Usually, like, I would do back on Monday, back on Friday. On Thursday, my back is still sore, but I'm like, according to my plan, I gotta do back again tomorrow. And then my strength used to decrease a little bit because I'm overtraining. So what I'm doing this time, instead of trying to overtrain, I'm gonna over-recover. Destroy my muscle once a week. Monday is back day, we destroy it. Full week to recover, and then we go back at it. And I've been doing this for 3 weeks, and my back is still sore on Saturday. My body just takes a little bit more time than most people to recover. So now giving it a little bit more time to recover, I wake up way better, my sleep is better, my pumps are better, my workouts are better. It used to be a problem for me mentally to accept to train less, but since I've been doing that, I feel way better. Now every session, it feels like a +1. It's not just doing a session for just doing a session, if that makes sense. Staying on my cable, we did lats. And one thing that I've noticed that I really love in terms of contraction is doing a row, but pulling at my chest. It's gonna work the upper back a little bit more. So we did the chest supported for the upper back. We're doing one more because my upper back is lacking to a whole other level. So we're gonna try to maximize exercise that I do feel a lot. So single cable, instead of going low, which is for lat, we're going a little bit higher for the upper back. This exercise hits exactly where I want it to hit. When you find a good exercise, utilize it. Make sure it's always in your routine. Found that this cable variation, doing low and doing high, helps me build exactly what I want to my back. So we did the erectors, we did the upper back, we did the mid back, lats. Now I'm doing the upper back a little bit more, and that's almost it. I might have another superset in mind that I want to hit. I keep adding exercises. There's so many things to improve, but the goal is not to do the most amount, it's to utilize the best exercise with the amount of fuel that you do have for your workouts. All right, boys, we are going to end this back workout with a superset special. This superset is doing cable pullovers, superset with face pull. I think I've done enough exercises to call it a workout, but like I said, I'm training just once a week body part, so I'm just trying to make sure I'm maximizing everything. I do feel like my contraction isn't really deep when I do my upper back, so I can always use a little bit more. So we're gonna do pullovers for lats, as it's a great finisher, and just face pull, do 2 to 3 sets to see how I feel, see if I still have a little bit of gas left, and then call it a day. What I like about pullovers is that you use no bicep at all in the movement, so you can isolate the lats properly. So at the end of the workout, it feels really good, or at the start of a workout if you want to really destroy your lats so you don't have to go too heavy in your other exercises. This is a superset that I love to do at the end of a back workout. And like I said, the goal was to build my back and make it as good as I can for my next show. Rector start, we killed it. We did upper back, we're still kind of doing it. We did mid back, we did lats, we did everything. Everything has been done in order to be better next week and better next year. It compounds over time, and eventually my back will be insane. Top tier back. Call me the Back Lopez. In a universe, it will happen. Back is completely dead. We did really good. So the goal of the workout was just to make sure that we go in the right direction. If you're a competitor, make sure to just look at your back and utilize what you have to work on. That's why I'll recommend to anyone, just get a coach, because you can talk with someone that knows more than you on what you should be doing. It's also gonna be trial and error. You're gonna try exercises that work, others that don't work. That's why filming yourself is very important. If you wanna go far in bodybuilding, it's all about body sculpting. So you gotta make sure that you do everything properly to get in the right direction. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Thank you for tuning in and following the journey. Catch you in the next one. Whew.